Hello everyone and welcome back to what should be the finale, the real finale kind of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Or at the very least the bonus content. And I don't know if you can hear that outside, but I certainly can. Someone just really wanted to start mowing their garden. And so I'm gonna go close some windows to try and muffle it, you know? So, in the meantime, just pretend that I'm here. Oh dear God! Nearly destroyed everything in the universe, and we're back. I'm well trained in mixed martial arts. My goal is to claim the title of strongest human on Earth, but I'm all too aware of those who stand in my way. Well, I mean, you said there's only one person, right? Only one person to beat. Or be better than. Spend some time with Sakura, you know I'm gonna do it. She's literally the only person I can now. Would you like to put your body into motion? But my lessons are more than superficial. You sure you can keep up? Probably not. Sakura put me through a rigorous training session. Yeah, I have my doubts about Makoto being able to keep up. Sakura and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Sakura a present? Yes, definitely. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Where's... It's this one, right? Yeah.
So then...
Yes. Seen that one before? I suppose I don't mind talking with you a little more. Really? Then, can I ask you something? What is it? It's about what we were talking about before. You said there's someone out there stronger than you? Can I ask, is it a guy or a girl? It's a man. A man that Sakura has to surpass. Maybe she's talking about her own teacher? Which would mean that you are the man you need to surpass. It was her dad, I'm pretty sure. You're talking about your dad? The family dojo has been passed down from generation to generation for the past 3 centuries. 3 centuries? That's one heck of a history. I was born into my family as an only daughter. Male or female doesn't matter. It's my duty to protect our legacy. Something that's got as long a standing history as that, and in the field of martial arts. I don't know, I'm kind of surprised by that. Kind of not. I mean, I don't really know. Does honour sort of get in the way when it comes to gender? You know what I mean? Because it's like, I get it. Not that I get it. I get that, traditionally it'd be men who would carry on family legacies, but is it... Like, in this sort of circumstance, where it's like a dojo, would gender get in the way? Also, I suppose the real question is, should I expect gender to get in the way? I mean, apparently it doesn't, so this is a pointless argument, but... And because I'm a woman, I must be even stronger than if I were a man. Some would say that a woman is incapable of becoming the strongest human alive. I want to prove them wrong. Yeah, no, I can agree with that thought. I think most people would assume that a woman could not be the strongest person alive, because, biologically at least, usually they aren't. I mean, I think if you compare the strongest man and the strongest woman alive currently, I do think the man is not, like, insanely stronger, but I do think he is, you know, stronger. I think I'm not. This isn't This also isn't my area of expertise, but I think that the strongest man is stronger than the strongest woman. Which is why I subjected myself to such feverish training under my father's instruction. Surpassing my father was certainly important to me, but that was just a matter of time. What do you mean? I was 14 years old when I first beat my father in a sparring match. After that, I never lost to my father again. Wait, then? Yes, I have already surpassed my father. Oh, I don't believe it. I'm not sure I did the right thing. My father also had the desire to become the strongest human alive. What, do you think you dishonored him or something? But I can't look back. I can only move forward and try to claim that title for myself. That is my destiny. Goodbye. Well, that's all for now. It was enjoyable. Goodbye. Yes, I agree. That was enjoyable. Without another word, Sakura left me standing there alone. Wait, hold on. I never did find out who could possibly be stronger than her. Oh, that's true. Did she avoid talking about it on purpose? I completely glossed over that. You unlocked the skilled breathing technique. Whoa. After we were done, I decided to head back to my room for a while. I have read that probably a few too many times by now. Dong, bing, bong. Oh, soon enough I won't be hearing that. Oh, Monokuma. What will I do without you? Cry myself to sleep. Okay, yeah, there's no way I'm finishing this, but I can't even make microchips, dude. I've not got any bags of screws. Well, I think I'm halfway with those. Woo! Woo! God damn. You get out there, Leon. You plunder that physics lab. You lot... Well, I say you lot, you two. Go out to get those integrated circuits. Let's go, squad! Move out! Oh, that's not great. That wasn't a great haul. What would you like to do? Oh, well, I would like to go meet with someone. Who should I talk to? Let's bust out the report card. The Ogami family has maintained a dojo for over 3 centuries. I continue to train so that I can protect my legacy, even if it means overthrowing my own master and father. Oh, back in the art room. Apparently we like it here. I got done exercising. Now would be a good time for a break. Would you like to get something to drink and talk for a bit? Oh. Wow. Sakura and I sat down for tea and a calm, relaxing conversation. Is this going to be a calm, relaxing conversation? Probably. Sakura is very much the opposite of Hina in that regard, isn't she? Do. There it is. Yes, I am sure, Sakura. I've already given you 2.
Hey.
You know, Makoto, there's something that's been concerning me.
What?
The school has all kinds of exercise equipment, which is great, but it still doesn't offer anything I need to complete my training. I feel I'm getting weaker by the day. Am I supposed to just accept that? Accept my atrophy? I can't do it. If something doesn't change, I'll...
Yeah, it's okay, Sakura. Just hang in there. I know how impatient you must feel, but you can't rush these things. But when you say it doesn't have everything you need to complete your training, what do you mean?
Of course.
Well, I can't say I'm a huge fan of modern training techniques. I can't say I'm a huge fan of modern training techniques, which rely mainly on machinery. It's good for building muscle mass, but that doesn't necessarily translate to actual strength.
Well, you mentioned sparring in some of your others, so is that... do you prefer that, then? You more into, like, actually fighting? Sort of like, you only become better by experience, or do you just prefer traditional training methods, like move sandbags from here to here?
More muscle is better, of course, but you also need to know how to use it.
That's true.
And if you're not used to it, pushing your muscles too hard can lead to injury.
Well, that's true of archaic methods too, I'm sure.
There are even some world-class wrestlers who only build muscle by climbing ropes and things like that.
Yeah, that's like using your muscles practically, right? But that's also that'll develop your strength because you're effectively moving your entire body with just your arms.
In mixed martial arts, speed, agility, and endurance are all necessary parts of total body coordination. If that's your goal, you can't just focus on one aspect of your training. For example, kipping pull-ups can train one area, while power training equipment works multiple areas. Are you listening?
Oh, yeah, yes, absolutely, got it.
Weight-free training is an option, sure, but power training is a much greater challenge.
Koto, god damn it. You asked. Kind of. Yeah, I already read that.
I've had my own training method ever since I was a little child. For example, I'd take an old tire and hit it with everything I had. Are you still listening?
Yeah, totally.
So, what did I say? What did I use to hit that tire I mentioned?
What? You sure you said it? Silence is deafening. I don't want to think about what Sakura might do if I don't answer. Out of curiosity, could I cheat? Oh, I could. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. What did you say she hit? She would... I have to answer. Could you do it here? No, you couldn't. Did you say a hammer? I don't think she said it was your... Yeah. I think I heard stories about people using giant hammers for training like that. Also, no, she didn't say it. But she implied it then, I think. I would hit, right? I'd hit an old tire. I'd take an old tire and hit it with everything I had. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, in that case, it was a bit of a shot in the dark then. I think I heard stories about people using giant hammers for training like that.
Of course.
Exactly so. I've been doing that since childhood. Extremely good for your core.
I imagine it would be. You know, like, gotta hold it right without tipping yourself over. You gotta, like, rotate yourself correctly, still maintaining that strength. Like, strength of core to keep you stationary. And it also, you know, works your arms, kind of, when you're swinging it. Because a lot of that could actually just be, like, natural momentum, and you don't really need arm strength for it. I think. I might just be talking out of my arse. I'm not exactly a bodybuilder myself, but...
That kind of thing is impossible here,
So in the end,
and I can feel myself growing weaker.
You have to endure it. Enduring this kind of thing is part of being strong, isn't it? I think.
For now, I should focus on training my mind. You've taught me something today, Makoto. The importance of endurance.
Well, I mean, I don't call that teaching, per se. Yeah, Makoto's just good at kind of giving out advice.
Sorry for making you listen to me complain. But I feel better now. I can handle this. I'm glad I talked to you. I'll find a way to repay the favour.
Sakura left, moving quickly for her size. So I guess I helped her? That's good. Glad to see she's starting to trust me a little more. Yeah. Sakura's, weirdly enough, fallen kind of in line with Mondo and Hifumi. Very simple, very straightforward, which, again, Sakura is a very simple, straightforward person at the end of the day. Or very open, I think. Like, she is... Ironically, since she was the traitor, but she doesn't really hide anything, does she? Or at least I didn't think so. Of course, aside from being the traitor, after we were done, I decided to head back to my room for a while. Bing bong. Oh man, this is the last day for this, isn't it? Ugh, that's great, Hina, but I don't think your swimming potential is gonna help us. More cleaning maestros. Oh no, it's 2 sandwiches. Oh, thanks, Monokuma. I'll be able to feed 2 more people today, except I won't actually feed them. Okay, microchips, gas burners, welders. Yep, can't even make microchips. Yeah, what is even the point? And to be honest, I should finish by next time we need these, so... Oh, pull back. So yeah, I mean, it really is like, what's the point? Oh my god, so many people are gonna pass out. Come on, guys. Yeah, we'll just keep on doing it like this. There's no real point carrying on. We can't win this one. I think I've failed 3 in a row now. Ugh. Hey, at least I passed some of them. And I was really close with another one, wasn't I? Was it the second one that I was really close with, or the third one? I find myself growing impatient in this school, which has become a prison. But I've realised that enduring this hardship grants me yet more strength. You know, what's on Makoto's page? Absolutely nothing. It's just ultimate ability. And his measurements, of course. Come on, Sakura. Enlighten me more about yourself and your clan.
I see.
Even if I don't feel like talking, you'll still stand by me. I still don't understand you, Makoto.
Well, especially after Chapter 4, I can say with certainty that you're the sort of person who believes more in... who believes actions speak louder than words, I think. So I can't really say I'm surprised that you aren't a big talker. Oh, that was actually different, wasn't it?
I suppose I can share this with you.
Huh? Share what?
The story of the man who is stronger than even me.
What?
I've never told anyone about this before, but I think I can tell you.
Wow. Is there someone out there even stronger than you? Well, yes, we have been over this, Makoto.
The truth is, I have a lifelong rival. He only fights in underground tournaments, which is why nobody knows about him. But he is truly the strongest man on this planet. I've faced him in battle after battle, and lost every single time.
He's that strong?
However,
These days, fighting has become its own science, in a way. People studied it, it evolved, and eventually it was established as a formal sport.
Well, I don't know about that. Even the ancient Greeks had their boxing matches, which, granted, did often end in death, but... I mean, it's been a formal sport for a long time.
The idea of being invincible disappeared. Whoever develops the next great technique becomes the best.
There's certainly some truth in that.
well,
But even in this modern era, you never use that kind of scientific approach. His only teacher is real combat.
Oh, so he's Mr. Experience is the true teacher, as opposed to you.
He laughs in the face of combat sports. No one can come close to him. Martial arts relies on a certain amount of luck. A lucky punch or missed step can decide who wins.
Yeah, that's very true. But there's certainly a lot of skill involved, and I'd argue strategy as well.
But none of that matters to him. He never loses. There's no strategy that can beat him. Many have studied him. All have lost.
Is this guy really human?
His name is Kenshiro. As he described it to me, he inherited what he called the ancient assassination art.
Assassination art? He sounds super dangerous.
And the story doesn't end there. Will you hear what I have to say and not laugh?
Laugh? Why would I laugh?
Just looking at your face. I can tell you'll laugh.
Huh?
So in the end...
Please, give me some more time. I need to gather my thoughts.
But...
I'm sorry.
Please try to understand. Even I too have the heart of a woman.
She refused to say any more and left me standing there. The heart of a woman. You unlock the skill Tranquility. Feeling generally confused, I went back to my room. That's okay, Makoto, I'd expect nothing less from you. Sorry, buddy.
This is a school announcement.
Oh boy, I failed again. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna try. Yes, yes. Anyway, this is the last one, I think. Warlock Kuma. Alright.
Let's do it!
Okay, Leon, you get right to it, my guy. Alright. Oh, milk! Damn! Who doesn't love a good bit of milk? Anyway, let's see, what have we got? Ho! 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 50 paints! 50! Jesus Christ! Oh my god! I mean, I'm not even going to be here for that long. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, I'm coming after you. Well, I haven't read any of those. Maybe I should have been, because that's quite funny. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, should I even really care? So I'm definitely going to be done before this is due in. Well, yeah, I might as well. Might as well give a little bit of a try. Pull back, squad. Hina. Sure, you can work there. Sayaka can work there as well. Toko back on cleaning duty. Yeah, I think that's everyone. That's a lot of chisels. Not much of anything else, but that's a lot of chisels. I don't think I need those though. So, oops. Or maybe I do for the Greek statues. Sakura. Kenshiro is my lifelong rival. He is the strongest man on Earth and inheritor of the assassination art. However, he is more to me than just that. Okay, I'm seeing. I was gonna wait and, wait for her to explain it, but I see. I see what heart of a woman... I mean, I already kind of knew, but I see what heart of a woman really means. Yeah, that's fine, Sakura. There's nothing wrong with that, just because... I mean, we sort of had this talk with Hina in, like, the reverse way, almost, because she looks very feminine, but is very much a tomboy. Whereas Sakura... I mean, she looks a little beyond tomboyish. I think we could agree. But I think what I mean to say is that I think Sakura is sort of what I wanted Hina to be. You know? Like, she can be both. Like, very, very masculine with her, physique and interests, I guess. So, I don't want to... Stereotype? Is that the right word? No, I don't think that's quite right, but I'll go with it. I don't want to stereotype, like, you know, working out as a masculine thing, but generally it is considered to be more of a masculine thing than a feminine thing. And, you know, love is considered very feminine for some reason. So, you know. And actually, yeah, funnily enough, we have explored this with both Hina and Sakura. But Sakura lent into it a little bit earlier. I don't know how many, like, Sakura might have one more, she might have two more. I really don't, I thought I understood how the free time event numbers works, but, Celeste threw me for a loop, to be honest. I have no idea why she has so many. Okay, we've seen this. But come on, Sakura, tell me about your mans. I need to know all about Kenshiro. Why did I do this? I think it's one. Yeah, there it is. Secrets of the Oma blah 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 blah.
I've been looking everywhere for this. How did you know? I'm quite a mysterious man, Makoto.
Yes, Makoto Naegi, man of mystery.
So, have you decided?
Decided what?
Decided not to laugh at my story.
I mean, to be fair, Sakura, I think you might have misread Makoto on this one. He isn't really the sort to laugh at this sort of thing. I mean, he was certainly quite dismissive with, like, Hifumi and Hiro. But, he isn't really the sort to laugh at you, I don't think. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with Makoto. I don't think he's that sort of person, Sakura. Oh, you're talking about Kenshiro? I mean, I honestly don't know what there is to laugh at.
So then...
And join me in my room and I will continue my story.
Oh, damn, really? This is gonna be it? I don't understand how the number of free times work in this game!
Just the two of us.
Huh? Just the two of us? In a room? Yes, Makoto. Sakura practically dragged me to her room. Oh, that's very much what I expected. Wooden stakes. Are those like concrete blocks that you'd like chop through, I guess? Also, the bed just seems a little small for Sakura, I think. Oh god, oh, I skipped a line. Sakura's room is pretty much exactly how I'd imagined it. Yeah, we're hanging out in the girls' room, just us. Getting kind of nervous. Makoto, you've been in almost everyone else's rooms by now! And it being Sakura makes me nervous for a whole other reason. Okay, you shouldn't be, Makoto. Although, seeing all this stuff in here, maybe not unwarranted.
Is there a reason you're glancing around?
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, I shall continue my story.
Oh, yeah. The one and only Kenshiro.
That's right. My lifelong rival and my first love.
First love?
Did you just laugh?
No, I definitely didn't. I mean, it's pretty surprising and all, but you made the choice to tell me the story. So, of course I'm not going to laugh. I would never.
I'm ashamed of myself. I underestimated you.
I'm sorry.
I beg your forgiveness, Makoto.
Yeah, it's fine. No, that's totally not necessary.
I just didn't want to be laughed at. Can you imagine a girl like me using the word love?
So in the end...
And being shy about saying it is even more girly, right? I creep myself out, to be honest.
Oh, it's fine. I know I've been ascribing, like, feminine and masculine to these sorts of things. There's nothing wrong with anyone being in love, or using the word love. There's nothing wrong with being shy about it either. I don't think there should be anything inherently masculine or feminine about that, you know? But also, what do I know? I'm, like, a literal fucking child. I'm probably younger than these guys. But you are a girl. You're allowed to have a feminine side.
Well...
My goal is to become the strongest warrior on the planet.
Maybe, but you don't have to be manly to find that kind of strength. Yeah! Yeah! So tell her, Makoto. Huh? Are you okay?
Yes, you made me remember something. Kenshiro once said something very similar. I'd forgotten about that. But there's no point to recalling his words now. I really am a girl, still dragging his words with me like a chain around my neck.
Huh? What do you mean? He might already be gone. Right now, Kenshiro is...
He's fighting.
Oh jeez, I thought you were gonna say...
He's fighting an illness.
Huh?
When they found out, they said he only had 6 months to live. But 6 months has come and gone, and he's still fighting. It's just how he is. He would never let a disease beat him. He has to get better. He's the strongest human alive. I admit that. No, I believe that.
Sakura?
I visited him once. He'd lost so much weight. He looked like an entirely different person. But you know what he said? He told me that now I was the strongest human alive. That I had taken the title. He said he'd return someday to get the title back. He said I'd better not let anyone else take it.
However,
He didn't need to say that last part. I'll never give up that title, not until he gets better. And when that day comes, I will defeat Kenshiro and earn that title for real. And that's why I have to get stronger.
I had no idea.
That's my biggest reason for becoming the strongest human alive. I'm sorry for wasting your time with such a long-winded story.
well,
I'm not even sure why I told you. I think that somehow you remind me of him.
Huh? Me?
Well, in certain ways, your build is obviously different, but you both have a strong core.
Strong core? No, she's not talking, like, physically, Makoto. I think she's talking about your strength of character.
You don't have to be modest. I know strength when I see it. Okay?
Okay. I feel like I've come to understand Sakura so much better. I think maybe we've finally become friends in the truest sense of the word. Wow, and there we go. That's it. That's everyone's free time. We talked for a little while longer, then I went back to my room. I think that actually brings me to a Sunday, right? Free day. This is the last time we'll be hearing this, so you know what? I'll let it play.
it's a school announcement.
It is now officially nighttime. Get plenty of rest and get ready to work hard again tomorrow.
Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah, holiday. Huh. There we go.
Today is your weekly day off. Today is your weekly day off.
Now then.
Okay, dismissed.
God, I don't know why I struggled with Monokuma. Well, I mean, I'll go meet with someone. I'll spend, I'll end the series just outside rather than in my room. So yeah, and again, I know I didn't talk too much during Sakura's, but I did quite like that. It was, as I said, it was kind of what I wanted, or I hoped Hina's would be. Kenshiro, my first love, is sick. When he recovers and I defeat him, I will finally earn the right to call myself the strongest human alive. So I must continue preparing for that day. God damn. I wonder if he's still alive. Out there in whatever world is beyond Hope's Peak. And if he is, I wonder what he would have thought of Sakura's sacrifice for the rest of us. I mean, Kyoko said that was a show of true strength from her, but I don't know, I wonder if Kenshiro would see it that way. I wonder if Sakura herself would see it that way. Because, from what we saw, she wanted to kill herself to protect everyone else, effectively. I mean, from my point of view, oh yeah, Sakura is a strong person. In pretty much every sense of the word. Yeah, well, that's kind of obnoxious, but, starred everyone. Wow. Yeah, I'm done with this game, what do you know? I don't know what to say, to be honest. So it's a weird feeling for a finale to just sort of happen like that, I guess. No, I guess. It is. It did just happen like that. Well, I mean, it's not really a finale, is it? It's bonus episodes, but... yeah. And I enjoyed this, on the whole. There weren't really that many free time events that are like, Or at least chains of them. So, you know, there were some individual ones that were just like, I can go without these. Should I give a top and bottom 3? Yeah, why not? Let's do a top and bottom 3 right now. I'll think about them. A little bit. So, bottom 3 would probably be Sayaka, Leon's, and Hina's. I think theirs would be my bottom 3. I mean, Sayaka there's really nothing going on in them, unfortunately. She only has 2, which is a real shame. But I need to stop saying that, because when I say I mean, it is what I think, but, you know, in my personal opinion, there we go, a lot of what makes Sayaka even a remotely compelling character is the stuff in Chapter 1. Because just from her free time events, she's not that... like I sort of said, she's got that playfulness that Kyoko sort of had in her free time events. But taken to, like, a natural sort of I'm the girly character sort of level. Which is fine, but I would have liked to see more of that if that's what the free time events were going to be. Whereas, you know, if you looking at her in the story, she's pretty well explored. She isn't really developed, but you understand Sayaka quite well, I think. Or I think I understand Sayaka quite well, purely based on that. So, whilst I don't think Sayaka's free time events were that good, I did actually like Sayaka's role in the story. Like, I will handily give her that. Leon, he sort of suffers in a different way to Sayaka. I think this is going to be the case in every Danganronpa game, that, like, the first characters to die are just going to be underdeveloped. Mukuro definitely has that. But she's got that sort of mystery factor going on, which makes her interesting. So she's got a bit of a leg up over the other 2 that died in Chapter 1. Leon really does nothing of note in Chapter 1. Let's be real. And yeah, his free time events do a good job of just, like, showing him as a character. Like, his free time events actually aren't that bad, but there's not many of them, and they didn't really get me to like Leon that much. To me, he's still just sort of there. Like, you know what? There we go. He's just sort of there. He doesn't do much, you know? It's a weird thing. Like, beforehand, I probably would have said that Hifumi was my least favourite of the dudes, but actually doing the free time events, I enjoyed Hifumi's, weirdly enough. I don't think they wouldn't make it into the top 3, but I actually enjoyed Hifumi's free time events. I thought they were quite revealing of him as a character, and as crushing as it was, he played a pretty nice role in Chapter 3, I'm not gonna lie. Like, cheesy though it may have been, or silly as it may have been, I think is more so the angle we want to go for there. I enjoyed it, you know? And for potentially the greatest disappointment for me, Hina. Same with Sayaka. I like her in the story. As far as the survivors go, she's fine. I don't dislike Hina at all. But I don't know. I just don't. Her free time events were all just like silly. They didn't. Her last one was good. Her last one was really good, but the rest of them were just sort of. They were kind of funny. Like, I'll give Hero a pass because I thought his were really funny, and he is quite clearly a comic relief character. Hina sort of runs this weird balance of being comic relief and also not being comic relief. Like, you know, Chapter 4 would not work if Hina was entirely comic relief. So, yeah, wasn't huge on Hina's. And they might be my least favourites. Even more than, like, Sayaka's, because they are long, like, she has a lot of them, and very little happens. You know? Like, I got something from Sayaka's. I got, that playful side of her that you would assume exists, but you don't really get to see in the main story, because she's not around for very long, and it's sort of building up her betrayal. Whereas Hina, I already saw this kind of silly side to her in the main story. A lot less so, granted. You know, like, Hero is very consistent in that he was just as silly in the main story as he was in his free time events. Whereas Hina was, like, more silly, I think. Or, like, I feel, in her free time events. But not in a... It sounds a bit hypocritical, I think, based on what I just said with Sayaka there, but it's not... Basically what I'm trying to say is that I didn't enjoy it that much. They were fine, they weren't bad, but I didn't think they really did a great job of establishing Hina as a character. As for my top 3, though, honestly, surprisingly, I think my number 3 would be Byakuya's. They did a fantastic job of not showing a different side to Byakuya, but explaining Byakuya. You know, because without them, he is just sort of the hoity-toity rich kid who, because he has everything served to him on a platter, like, that's where his self-confidence comes from. But in going through his free time events, you sort of get that that's not the reason. Like, he's a very hard-working guy who, you know, is in a bit of a tricky situation, like, ego-wise, because he was the youngest male heir to youngest male to become the heir. He was the youngest of all the siblings that had to, at this point in time that he did, he was the youngest of the siblings that fought to become the ultimate affluent progeny. And he won! And it's a very similar situation to this one. So you get a lot of why Byakuya is the way he is in the game. Or like why he behaves the way he does. I mean, of course, he is still an arsehole, don't get me wrong. But I think even like the free time events with like where he was doing stock trading and then he got bored of it. Like, you can sort of see that in a scene that I bring up a lot. The fact that he messes with Chihiro's body just to really entertain himself. You know, he likes life to be interesting, and, you know, I do not condone what he did to Chihiro. But it does explain a little bit of that, and I fully appreciate that from Byakuya. I really do. As for my second favourite, it's gotta be Taka. It's gotta be Taka. I'm almost sad that I did his during the main story, because I didn't get to spend any time with him now. But I'm also not sad at all, because, my god, I loved Taka's free time events. There are only 4 of them, but they really brought Taka to life. Because in the main story, you get a lot of Taka, but he's different in pretty much every chapter, which is quite interesting, to be honest. And one of the reasons Taka is pretty much without question my favourite male character in this game. And he certainly contends for favourite character. Because, you know, in Chapter 1 you sort of get the very loud and bossy Taka. In Chapter 2 you get, like, the bromance with Mondo. Then Chapter 3 rolls around and he's not even himself anymore. Like, for a number of reasons. Whereas in his free time events, you sort of get, like, the lighter-hearted look at Taka, you know? You get to know him as a friend. You get to know about his ambitions. Like, his really set the benchmark for what I like about free time events. You know, getting to know more about these people. And it's kind of hard to talk about Taka as well, because I did them quite a while ago. I mean, I finished the series on, what, the 23rd of September? It's now the 5th of October. You know, it's been a while since I did Taka's free time events. But, yeah, no, it's actually kind of hard to explain, to be honest. It's really hard to explain why I love Taka's free time events, outside of just repeating what I've already said. But I think, to really simply sum it up, Kiyotaka's free time events made me want to give him a hug. And that's why I love Taka. That's not why I love Taka, but it's true. I mean, this goes for my number one as well, but my two favourites in their free time events just made me want to give him a goddamn hug. And so I think you know who my favourites were. Someone else I did in the main story. It's gotta be Toko. It has to be Toko. And I said this during her free time events in Chapter 4. What I loved most about Toko was that in the main story, she is just comic relief. At the end of the day. Even in the fan service scene, she was just there for comic relief. And then you go into her free time events, and she's so much more than that. She is so much more than that. And again, it's hard to really describe what I love about Toko and her free time events. It's one of those things that I think if you just see it, you'll understand. Toko's are undeniably great. They reveal a lot about her, why she is the way she is. Similarly to Byakuya, even. And on top of Toko's, you've also got the 3 extra ones with Genocide Jack, which are just a funny little romp with Genocide Jack. But you also get a little bit of a hint into how Jack operates. Like, a little bit, but mostly those ones are just there for comedy. Let's be real. And I enjoyed those. Like, I know I said I had a problem with it with Hina, but with Hero, I didn't, because he was entirely comic relief. Toko and Genocide Jack, I do not have a problem with some of their free time events being comic relief, because they are comic relief. Hina, I don't think, is comic relief, so it's a weird imbalance, you know, with Hina, whereas Toko, I think it works really well having her serious side be inside of her free time events. I don't know, maybe that is hypocritical to say. Point is, Toko, I love her. I love Toko. She's easily my favourite character in this game. I know I said Taka competed for it, but as of right now, Toko is easily my favourite in this game. I love her. I think she's hilarious. I thought her free time events were fantastic and amazingly revealing. And she's a bit of a 2-in-1 bonus, because I also love Genocide Jill. So yeah, I think we're done with that. I accidentally padded the episode out to 50 minutes doing that. Yeah, but I mean, there were a lot of good ones. Like I said it during them, I love Mondo's. They aren't quite on the level of these other 3, but I loved Mondo's, I loved Chihiro's, I really liked Kyoko's, I surprisingly really liked Hifumi's. Heroes were hilarious. Sakura's ones were pretty good. Mukuro's were interesting, but again, I think I'd have to really look into them. You know, like, analyze Mukuro to fully get the best from her, I think. I cannot shake using I think. God damn it. Oh, and Celeste too. I really enjoyed Celeste's because they were both really silly and really, like, she took it really seriously, you know? I can kind of see why Hifumi was interested in her, because she kind of is like him in a weird way, isn't she? She takes her own existence really seriously, just like him, no matter how ridiculous it is. I don't ship it, though. Yeah, no, that's it. We're done here, guys. And now, seriously, the next time I see you will be in Ultra Despair Girls, where I cannot wait to see what happens with Toko. I hope it doesn't ruin her for me. I mean, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. But I'm gonna cross my fingers anyway. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this series as much as I did. You probably didn't, let's be real. But I hope to see you in the next series. Goodbye, everyone.